What is going on, New York Giant fans? Welcome back to another video. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or video drops. Appreciate coming back. Share this out. Do all the good stuff. Subscribe to our Patreon, $2.99 a month for early access to videos and some articles we are writing as well. Kind of like a little beta version of our website. Also, you got the SeatGeek code $20 off your entire order with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx. In addition to that, we also have the Senior Bowl interviews. We did at least I think, a phenomenal job down there covering as many prospects as we could, interviewing as many prospects as we could. Spencer Rattler's one of them. There's a lot of different guys. Some guys may be going in the first round like Fuaga and Leitu. So, we really did a good job on that. Please check those out. With that being said, and push that aside, the New York Giants have hired a defensive coordinator by the name of Shane Bowen. He is one of many candidates who interviewed for the New York Giants defensive coordinator vacancy, and we'll give his resume, stats in the past, what his tendencies are, and stuff like that. So he's 37, Georgia Tech student assistant in 2009, which is the college he graduated from, graduate assistant of Georgia Tech 2010-2011, graduate assistant 2012 with Ohio State, linebacker coach of Kennesaw State 2013 to 2015, then a defensive assistant 2016-2017 with the Houston Texans, and I believe in 2017, Mike Vrabel was actually the defensive coordinator of the Houston Texans. Then he went over with Mike Vrabel to the Tennessee Titans, was the outside linebacker coach 2018 to 2020, and then also you do have the defensive coordinator position, which was given to him after the departure of Dean Pease, 2021 to 2023, and he was not retained under Brian Callahan, the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans. So what's to know about Mr. Shane Bowen? Let's talk about some totals, some stats, analytics, whatever. 2021, 12th in total yards per game, 25th against the pass, 2nd against the run, 6th in points, 21st in pressure percentage, 10th in sacks, 28th in blitz percentage. Some key players on that team, Kevin Byard, who was a Pro Bowler, he had 5 interceptions. You also had Christian Fulton, who had 2 interceptions. You had Harold Landry, who had 12 sacks. You had Jeffrey Simmons, who had 8.5 sacks, and Danico Autry, who had 9 sacks on the season. Some standouts with that defense. And obviously I gave you the totals. So 2022, 23rd in total yards per game, 32nd against the pass, 1st against the run, and 15 points per game. Kind of reminds me of the Giants, statistically wise, 2015 defense, where they were 32nd against the pass and 1st against the run. Anyway, you'll go to the pressure percentage, 18th in pressure percentage, 19th in sacks, and 26th in blitz percentage. Some common standouts from that team. Kevin Byard, 4 interceptions. Did not make the Pro Bowl. Jeffrey Simmons, he had 7.5 sacks. He made the Pro Bowl. He was actually the second leading sacker on the team, right behind Danico Autry with 8. DeMarcus Walker had 7 sacks. In terms of tackles, we could go to that too. Kevin Byard was the lead tackler in that area. And for Pro Bowlers outside of Jeffrey Simmons, did they have any on the defensive side of the ball? They did not. So it's just Jeffrey Simmons. They also drafted Roger McCreary as a man cover corner, and Theo Jackson, who is now currently a Minnesota Viking. So you move to the last season with Vrabel, the last season with Shane Bowen, and all these other different guys. And it was probably the most mid-year you could think of for Shane Bowen. 18th in total yards per game. Pass defense, 18th. Run defense, 13th. 16th in points per game. 26th in pressure percentage. 17th in sacks, and 23rd in blitz percentage. Some standouts. Statistically, you move to that area. Pretty sure Jeffrey Simmons is already on that list. Let's go to that real quickly as I'm scrolling down the page. So sacks-wise, the leader was Danico Autry at 11.5. You had Harold Landry at 10.5. Jeffrey Simmons was at 5.5. Did not make the Pro Bowl. No defensive player made the Pro Bowl. And then the lead tackler was Azeez Al-Shaair. He had 163 tackles. Right behind him was Jack Gibbons, and then Roger McCreary, Monty Hooker, and Elijah Molden. So, what is the personality of this Shane Bowen character? And also, we're going to go into coverage frequencies. A lot of people on Twitter do that research. Cover 1, 28%, which is 23rd in the league. Cover 3, 21%, which is 13th in the league. Cover 4, 16%, which is 5th in the league. And cover 2, 14%, which is 20th in the league. Our friends at the Tennessee Titans Weekly Podcast had this to say when they were interviewing him a couple weeks ago. He said that he would be interested to what he does, meaning Shane Bowen, elsewhere. C plus in Tennessee, not bad, but definitely needs more work when it comes to scheme and overall blitz packages. Some other guys did some research. He is a 3-4 guy, so the Giants will not be switching to a 4-3. Not much blitzing, as you guys can tell through the statistics. Likes to play man coverage if he has the guys, and also likes to use his safeties interchangeably, rotate, and all that stuff. Red zone defense rankings. The Giants really haven't been bad with red zone defense over the years, but just, a little note. Red zone defense, they were first in the NFL last year. They were 15th in 22 and 7th in 2021. And third down conversions, 17th in 2023, 3rd in 2022, and 6th in 2021. You move forward with a couple more statistics under Shane Bowen. As far as runs of 10 plus yards for Tennessee under Shane Bowen, tied for 7th, which isn't bad, in 2023, 3rd in 2022, and 1st in 2021. And then passes of 20 plus yards, 18th, 2023, 32nd, 2022, and 27th in 2021. I'm going to see if I have any more stats on the Shane Bowen character, and it looks like I do not. So, here's my thoughts on the whole Shane Bowen hiring. I think it is concerning that a lot of candidates were out there that the New York Giants, wanted. Denard Wilson was one of them. There was a couple other guys. Brendan Daly, they would have had to wait after the Super Bowl. Not Clint Frazier, my God. Leslie Frazier went over to assist Mike McDonald in Seattle. Bobby Babich, he was a guy that the Giants considered because of Buffalo connections. I would have thought highly of him. He actually is now the defensive coordinator over in Buffalo. So it is concerning because if I'm looking through a non-blue lens, I would think that the Giants are a little bit more attractive than the Tennessee Titans. It's just interesting to see, what was Denard Wilson offered that the New York Giants couldn't really come up with? Was it all the rumors about the infighting? Those are a lot of things to consider. And just my overall perspective on Shane Bowen, in my opinion, now you guys can agree with me, disagree with me in the comments, that's what they're for. This is a mid-hire. I don't know that there's a lot of potential on Shane Bowen's side. Now, the run defense, okay, right, fine. Here's my thing. I get it. A lot of old school people say, it's a run-to-pass league. I think it's a pass-to-run league. The top NFL teams outside of the 49ers, they have a pass-dominant offense. And, of course, you could factor in the Eagles, too, however you want, even though they weren't the best example this year. But great run defense. But pass defense, his defense has given up a lot of explosive pass plays, especially within, 2021, 2022. They got better at it in 23. But my thing is this, right? In that context, is he going to need more than above average players on defense? Because, the Giants offensively have so many issues, right? The offensive line could use another receiver, maybe another tight end. They need a quarterback. You need to spend assets there. My thing with firing Wink is they fired him or resigned, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? We need Kayvon Thibodeau to step up, and he's going to be in a lot of one-on-one matchups this season. He's not going to drop out in coverage like Wink made him, and the Giants need another edge. He's not blitzing a lot. It's facts. So the Giants might be laying in to another, situation where it's like Patrick Graham, he's going to sit back in zone coverage and basically let him fight it out in the red zone. And to be honest with you, that's not the type of defense I want. I want to be aggressive. I want to be in man coverage. I want to have the guys. But, in terms of, you look at Tennessee's corner room over the years, Christian Fulton, 1 year with Jack Rabbit, a couple other guys in there. It's kind of comparable to our room right now because Dory Jackson's a free agent. Nick McLeod, I mean, can you trust him as a full-time starter? Deontay Banks, Darnay Holmes is a free agent. Cordell Flott. So there's a lot of questions that are surrounding Shane Bowen as a defensive play caller. You know, how much is the ceiling for this defense? Is it top 10? Is it top 5? Or is it they're going to be mid and they're going to be below average if they don't get the guys? A lot of questions to be answered, my personal opinion. But like, comment, subscribe, folks. Tell me what you think of the hire. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or your drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. Peace out, guys. See you later. Stay cool.